This is football analysis, and we are on the episode of checking the possible routes of Manchester United qualifying for Champions League or Europa League this season. So I'm here with
Austin.
Austin, please, can you elaborate on the chances of Manchester United going to Champions League or Europa League?
Well, I think we're having luck on our side now in terms of injury. Majority of our players are coming back. Casemiro is back. Lisandro Martinez is back. I think Bruno too is fine. He had some rest, and then Kobe Mainu, all of them who had a good international break. I think we are beginning to have a good unit at the moment, which is very fantastic given the points that we are in the season. And our chances of qualifying for the Champions League space or Europa space, I don't expect Manchester United to go for the Europa space because we are bigger than that. We are better than that. The fixture list is favorable to us. So I expect Manchester United, given the fixtures we have, to qualify for the Champions League. If not third, maybe fourth.
All right. And you have how many points behind?
We have, I think, 6 points behind Aston Villa. And then we are 3 points behind. How many points? I think 3 points, 6 points behind Aston Villa, and then 7 points behind Tottenham.
And Aston Villa have?
And then they've played 29 and I have 28 games. So I have a game in hand to cut the lead to 3 points.
All right. So having secured a spot in FA Cup semi-final and the League too, which of them do you think will be more favorable for you?
Well, Manchester United do not think like that. We are not choosing routes to the Champions League. We are playing the games in front of us, you understand? Now, the FA Cup is just a bonus game, though. I know the match against Coventry is definitely going to end in the first half. The second half might just be for other academy players to come and then try themselves. Coventry, first half, maybe 4-5-0. And then second half is for the under-21s to come in and then see what they can do. I mean, give them their cameos and everything. Why for the final, probably against City or Chelsea? I would prefer Chelsea because Chelsea are more like Coventry to me. You get it? Like when I face the way I'll play Coventry is the same way I'll play Chelsea. I wouldn't want City because City, it might end up that FA Cup is the only title that they will have to go for this season. So I wouldn't want to go with Manchester City, and they've been having the better of me in recent times, officiating wise and all like that. You know, the officiating in our games have been poor, favorable to City, and always against me. You get it? So I wouldn't want City for those reasons. And then I'll prefer Chelsea in the final. I haven't beaten Coventry. I know the Chelsea final is going to be a walk in the park. You get it? Beat them 3-4-0 and then we get it good. But for the Champions League spaces in the Premier League, through Premier League matches, I think I've analyzed our games in the our remaining 10 fixtures. I think the first one is against Brentford. Brentford is a game I think I should comfortably win. I mean, Brentford away, it's not really a big deal. Go there, tussle them up, and then get my 3 points. And then I'm going to Chelsea immediately, which is on the 4th of April. Fantastic. On the 4th of April, I'll be facing Chelsea at Stamford Bridge. Stamford Bridge has been my thumping ground in recent time. I think if I go to Stamford Bridge, I'm expecting a radicalized Chelsea. I mean, they've been a little bit better than Everton of late, so I expect them to step up their game and then give me a good match because I don't want it to be boring. At least I should come up with a 3-4 new win. I want it to be just between that margin. I don't want a wider margin. You get? I'm not looking at the victory now. I'm looking at the margin. You get? I don't want Chelsea to come and then make the match boring. You understand? So I want them to give me a contest. Maybe first afternoon, second afternoon. I mean, that would go for a big game. You get it? And then the next match against Liverpool. I mean, Liverpool, they've learned from the last time I faced them that Old Trafford is not the place to come for 3 points. You get it? So Liverpool will come here. I'll get my 3 points from them. Though it might be tough. I mean, they are my rival. It's been long. We've been battling each other. So I think it's going to be a 2-1, 3-1 win for Manchester United there. And then the next game is against Bournemouth. Bournemouth, I have something against them. You know, when I was experiencing some downturn in form, they came to Old Trafford and then did their thing. So I think right now I have to go to their stadium and then prove a point to them that what happened in the first leg was a big mistake from me. So I have that. So it's a 3 points for Manchester United. And then Newcastle too. You know, Newcastle has been a team of late that they do not understand their place. They've been arrogant, boastful, proud. In fact, there was a point in time they were going everywhere saying, who is that team they call United? Simply because they beat me in the first leg. So I owe it to Newcastle to ridicule them, beat them, and make a mess of them. So it's a easy 3 point. And then the next match is against Sheffield. I don't want to talk about that match. Probably that match is going to be Sheffield against Manchester United under 21. So I don't think it's going to be a necessary game. And then against Burnley also against Company side. Company side is too complacent, so soft. Even when I was not in form, I dealt with them. You get it. So I think for Burnley, when Shindike was the manager of Burnley, they were really tough coming to Old Trafford. You get it. But I think with Company, I should have my way 3-4-5 new. You get it. So, and then the next match is against Crystal Palace. Okay, wow, tough ground. But nonetheless, I think my players have the what would I call it? The tenacity to go there, rough it in the mud, and then get my 3 points. And then the next game is Manchester United versus Arsenal. Wow, wonderful Arsenal. They've been great of late. They've been fantastic. I mean, they've beaten Sheffield, they've beaten these average teams and thereabout. But then their performance against quality teams have been awful. You get it. Against Porto, they had to go to shootout. Against Brentford, it was a last-minute header from Kai Havertz to sustain, to give them the 3 points. And then, so it's just been not too convincing. But they've been good against average side, small side rather, not even average, relegation battling teams. So them coming to Old Trafford, I think it's going to be probably, the first match against Arsenal this season was a bad officiating from the center referee and the VAR. You get it. So what I expect now is the referee being an independent figure in the game, and then 11 against 11, which I know as now is not a match. There's no match for my 11. Arteta might just throw one or two flare up, but of course it's going to be a 3-1, 4-1 game in favor of Manchester United, as it has always been. And then my next game is probably going to be Brighton. Away. I don't think the match is going to be really important, because by this time I would have qualified for Europe. The FA Cup final will be there. I would need to rest. You get it. So I think the Brighton match might just be a draw or a win for Man U. It's not going to be important to the season anymore. You get it. So it's going to be a match. So in the 11 matches, that's 3 points. I'm saying Manchester United gets 30 out of the 33. I'm seeing 30, and the reason why I said 30 is because I'm seeing that Liverpool game might just come off as a shocking draw, because I expect us to get a win, and then this Brighton game, you get it. So that's where I'm just seeing draw. The rest are a easy win. They are easy wins. You get it. Yeah. So yeah, easy wins.
All right. So what about your injury crisis? I want you to address that injury crisis and mention few people that you think that are okay now to play or to push ahead.
From what I heard from the last news, I think Manchester Evening News reported that Lisandro Martinez is fully fit. I think the only person who has a setback right now is Tyrone Malacia, and that's not a big problem. I mean, I have Bissaka back. Bissaka should be 60-70% fit before the next game, and then I have my center half pairing Varane and Lisandro Martinez okay to go, and then Casemiro is back from his injury, and then Bruno, of course, he had rest, and then Kobe Mino, which is the face of the Premier League this season, and then I have Garnacho, and then I have Højlund coming back, and then I have on the right side of the pitch Anthony, who is trying to pick his form, and then I have Marcus Rashford, who has not really been there, but he has been the standard for every 26-year-old player in Europe for the past 5 years. So I think the team currently is okay to go. I mean, April, we have a lot of scores to settle, and the squad that is on ground now is good for it.
All right. Do you back Erik ten Hag to go there and get Manchester United into top 4?
I've never doubted Ten Hag. Somebody who ended third in his first season. I've never doubted him. And then this season, he has had his own fair share of injuries. So he's not really had that. And sorry, I forgot about Mount. Mount is back. He's going to be a backup for Bruno Fernandes, which is also a boost for Erik ten Hag. You understand? Because he really signed Mount to give the team a dynamic way of playing. You get it? But since he's not been there, we've not really created that way. But now that he's been back, I think we should be able now to comb the team, get the right players out, and then go ahead and win. And this is what Ten Hag has been looking for. I mean, he's a fantastic manager. He's done it with Ajax. He did it in his first season at Manchester United. Went to the Europa semi-final. Went to the FA Cup final. Won the Carabao Cup. ended third. Superlative season for him in his first season. And then this season again, he's having the opportunity of winning the FA Cup, qualifying for the Champions League, and then next season going for the Premier League title and then the Champions League title and the FA Cup, which is a treble. I think he should be the first manager to do the quadruple in England. I'm betting on him to be the first manager to do the quadruple. The Carabao, FA, Champions League, and the EPL. You get it? And this season, I think Ten Hag having his full unit back, his whole group coming back together. I expect him to like get his formations, tactics, and everything good and right. Now, no excuses about injury again. He has a good thing. All he can hope for is good officiating. That has been his worst enemy this season. Against Arsenal in the first leg, awful. Man City away, barbaric. Against Liverpool, if not for individual, what would I call it, scintillating effort, it would have been an officiating mess again. But then, kudos to the players. They didn't give in. They kept it going, and then we had the semi-final for the FA Cup qualified. So for Ten Hag, I think he should have a fair season, not a good one, but fair. And then next season, he's going to sweep all trophies.
All right, I have two players. I have two concern about two players, which is Ahmad and Wan-Bissaka. Wan-Bissaka limping off. I don't know whether he's limping off or whatever last match, and Ahmad Diallo getting a red card because of maybe unnecessary mistake. I want you to give me a view of what you think about Amad Diallo's performance, or how do you think Amad Diallo is coming off, and then Wan-Bissaka's injury. Do you think he's fit or he's going back to injury again?
Well, I'll start with Ahmad. Since he came from Atalanta, he's been on loan to Sunderland, which he performed really well. Coming back this season, he was expecting to get his chance, but he didn't get it due to, one or two imbalance in the team. The injuries have not really given us enough good run of games to play him and everything. When the teams is having a good run of games, you can try other players and then see how they can help the team. But now, when all points seem very important, you cannot try too many new players. I think that has been his problem this season. And then for the game he played against Liverpool, I think that has been his best game in Manchester United jersey. He was awesome. The way he played, his contributions, the passes, the goal, the way he collected the ball that led to the winning goal and everything, even being the one who scored the winning goal. He really enjoyed that moment that he forgot he was on a yellow card, got his second yellow for taking off his jersey, and then he left the pitch for a red card. So I think from now henceforth, he should start to build on that. Should build on that performance from there and then see what he can do. There's a player in there. He has the talent. What he needs now is the confidence and then the tough mentality to play for. Manchester United is the biggest team in the world, 1.1 billion fans worldwide, and then playing for that type of team, you need a certain level of degree of confidence. It's not where you just come. It's not Chelsea or Arsenal where you can just come and then they are used to playing Madueke and the likes of Palmer and the likes of Odegaard, White, where you can just come from Brighton and then slot into their team. No, this is Manchester United. The pressure, we've been the best from the 90s down to the 20s. You get it. So it's just been awesome. It's just been incredible. You get it. Now that's why playing for Manchester United is just awesome. It's beautiful, and then it comes to a lot of pressure. And that's why you have youngsters coming into the club not being able to live up to the expectation. It's a massive club, massive expectation. But I think Ahmad should cut it for me.
All right, but do you think is same problem as Sancho not getting proving who he really is?
Well, for Sancho, I think it has to do with his disciplinary issues. Even from City, he's been there from, even when he was in Dortmund, he had issues with how he disciplined his himself off the pitch. I think that was the same issues. Talent is unquestionable. The talent is there, but you cannot get talent without discipline. Talent needs discipline to arrive at the level you are you have to get to. You get it, but he lacked that discipline, and then now he's back to Dortmund. I'm not seeing Sancho coming back to Manchester United, and I think he's a quality player, but he doesn't cut it for me. He doesn't cut it for me. And then for Wan-Bissaka, before the game, I read that he was not really fully fit. He was 60% fit. Evans was supposed to play, but because we had Evans had a setback. He's a 39-year-old man. He had a setback, and then Ten Hag threw the question open: who is going to coming for this guy? And then Wan-Bissaka being a soldier, he's been a soldier, he's been tough, fantastic player, he has the mentality, he's rugged, he stood up and said he's going to go in, and then he came into the game, shut out Salah, shut out Liverpool, and then I think before the next game is going to be ready and good to go.
All right, but do you think I saw something there? Do you think it's because club removed Salah and made Erin Ten Hag made a change by removing Wan-Bissaka? Is it because the person he was meant to hold is no more, so he has to take him off?
Of course, I mean the job is done. Wan-Bissaka not fully fit. A one-legged Wan-Bissaka defeating a two-legged Mohamed Salah. So I think the job is done. All that's left is to substitute and then give the game the right balance that it needs since Salah is out, and then the world best marker, world best tackler rather, you can also give him a rest, which is Wan-Bissaka. You get it. So I think the substitution was just on themselves. It was a game of chess. You bring in Salah, I bring in Wan-Bissaka, not fully fit, although one-legged, he can still tackle a two-footed, a fully fit Mohamed Salah. Once you take him out, no need to stress my boy again. So take him out and then we'll go.
All right. Thank you so much for this time. Please, guys, you've heard him. Manchester United is aiming to get to Champions League spots, and not really aiming, like he said. He said they are confident they are getting there. So please, guys, comment your thoughts in the comment section, and please don't forget to follow us on all social media handle at Football Analysis, and also subscribe to our YouTube channel at Football Analysis. Thank you guys for watching, and see you on the next one.